question I get asked quite a lot is, how do you overcome the barrier to success? Stay tuned, I'm going to answer that question right here, right now. Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm part of Action 9 to 5 and Think You're Happy. Websites below, have to check them out if you can. Back to the question, how to overcome barriers to success. Now, success, there are very different types of success, aren't there? There's success in life, love, wealth, health, everything really. But I think the fundamental issue to overcome barriers to success is not so much your circumstances or your education or people in your life necessarily, although those things do impact on your life. I believe the number one barrier to success in your life is, wait for it, is your fear. Your fear of moving forward. Now, the fear is a main barrier to success in your life because fear stops you from creating what you want to create in your life. Fear stops your imagination from soaring and moving forward. Fear makes you worry about what could be, and I think it does stop you from taking chances and taking risks and making the best out of your life, really. I think if you can get over fear and you can get over that particular barrier, there's no stopping you. Now, I think fear does have its place. Fear can keep us safe from harm, especially when we're younger and we want to go jumping off rocks on cliff faces and things, and maybe taking the dark route home on the way home from a nightclub. It can help. But fear does tend to invade other parts of our life as well. And I think fear, myself, I've had it, and my partner's had it too, and various other people I've known and worked with over the years. Fear can stop us from moving forward. I think that you need to keep a positive attitude and recognize that the fear is there in the back of your head talking to you. I call it the chattering monkey, but it's whatever you've got, your conscious, whatever you have in your mind. It does say, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, and if you do this you'll make a fool of yourself, or if you do that you will look stupid or silly or whatever, and that's mad. A lot of the time, if you swallow down the fear, you acknowledge it, let it go, and don't worry too much about it, but take the plunge and really embrace the change, or embrace the idea, or embrace what you want to do with your life. You can really make fantastic leaps forward, and you can take action, and you can follow your dreams, really. And once you start breaking down the barriers of fear, you start to get success in your life. Things start showing up quicker and faster because you are more open to change. You're more open to things happening in your life. And I think that is fantastic. I know I've done it myself. Recently, over the last couple of years, I've been working on the fear factor that stops my own success in my life. And I've been relatively successful in my life. I went to Japan when I was 24 and lived over there for 5 years, and I was scared witless going over there. I think when you're younger, you do tend to be a little more fearless, and I think you maybe don't think of the consequences to your actions so much, and I think sometimes you do take more risks, which I said can be a bad thing, but also be very good as well. And going to Japan, I went over there with hardly any money. I had a job to go to, which is good, so I had a safety net in place, as usual. I normally do, but I was able to, I think, swallow the fear and think, okay, what could my life be like if I left this country, the UK, and went and worked and lived in Japan? And I thought, well, it's got to be better than being here, in the sense that I had a job which wasn't paying very much. I had lots of lovely friends and family around me, but I wasn't really in my flow. I wasn't really getting from life what I wanted to, and I knew there was more out there. So I kind of went for a job interview in London. I got the job. I sold my car, paid my plane ticket, and I left. And I had a fantastic time. And you know what? I never looked back. And looking back now, in terms of that experience, if fear had stopped me, I would have thought, oh, I can't do this. I'm not good enough, or it could be failure. I could be no good at it. I can't work in Japan. I can't speak Japanese. I've never been to Japan before. I don't know what I'm doing. It's over the other side of the world, that sort of thing. But if you just acknowledge it and let it go and think, okay, what's the good stuff that can happen from this particular situation? I can get good experiences. I'm going to get a good job with good money. I can't speak Japanese, but I can learn. I'm going to make new friends. I'm going to do lots of great things. And I think that in itself could really helps if you start thinking the positive stuff within the situation. The fears start to diminish then, and I think they do tend to subside, and they're there, and generally they'll always be there, but if you can appease them, acknowledge them, but don't let them dominate you, I think you should invite success more into your life, and you'll do some great stuff, and I think that's fantastic. So I hope that's looked a little bit about how overcoming the barrier to success. I do get quite a lot of letters and messages from people asking about that, and I think, again, on an ending note, really, it's just acknowledging the fears. The fears will always be there. They have a place in your life, but to look at the positive stuff in your life and to focus on the good things that could happen in that situation, and write them down if you need to. Write down the good stuff that could happen. Acknowledge the difficulties, acknowledge the fears within you, but don't let it dominate you and stop you from moving forward and creating any kind of success that you want in your life. It's changing your mind, thinking differently, and seeing your life in a different way, and seeing what opportunities you could have in a different way. I hope you like this. Please, if you want to know more from me, there's a subscribe button on the video somewhere. I think it's this corner up here, or there's a link down there for my under the video for my website, Think You're Happy, and Action 9 to 5, which looks at business opportunities and sort of helping to create business opportunities outside of your 9 to 5. If you want to subscribe to either of them, click on the right link and subscribe to my videos, newsletters, and I've also got some goodies in there as well. If I think you're happy, I've got some bespoke meditation, 3 bespoke meditations that can help you find success in your life. Many thanks for watching, and take care. Give me a thumbs up if you can. Cheers, bye-bye.